Good morning, everyone. It's Rifcal. We're picking up right where we left off on this Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Randomizer. Me standing here, waiting to do the introduction and save. Well, I didn't actually save, but me switching the video over let that NPC walk up in front of me, which is annoying. So last time we cleared most of our objectives. This is a fairly easy seat, intentionally. I wanted something a little lighter after that fairly rough one, and fairly long one. One of the big things that I don't like with these is that they are very long. My average video length is... I've been intentionally trying to get my average video length down. And Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise tends to not get a ton of views, and tends to get not a very high average view length. So, I mean, in general, longer videos don't tend to get as good of view rates. That's normal. That is how that works. Avenger. I think I'm okay with that. White Spear. And just to be safe, let's go Samurai Artemis, just so we've got it there. I didn't heal because this isn't a super high level boss spot, so unless it's something really scary, we should be fine. Cecil's just gonna wreck everything? Welcome to how the rest of this game is probably gonna look. This is Cecil. He is Berserk, and he's gonna wreck shit. So at this point, the only thing we're looking for is a way to get to Zerones. We need either the Darkness Crystal or the Cats. We're gonna hope that we don't need to be not Berserk for this. We'll see who else we get out of this. Rydia, we're not gonna take. We're going Berserker party, so the ideals here would be Edge or a second Cecil. There's our Edge. Yeah, it's probably worth it. And instantaneously, Edge has significantly more power than anybody else in their party. Only thing I'm slightly worried about is the fact that he's got those, got that drop to speed from those weapons. But at this point he's at plus 20 strength, so I'll just ignore that for the time being. That could be problematic. So this is going to give Rosa exit. So during my last video, when I was switching characters around, I had some specific things in mind. And I think at this point... Oh, perfect. I mean, not perfect, but decent. So I think at this point, what we're going to do... We're going to swap over... I want Sid, or do I want Forum? The answer is I would actually like Rosa. Second Rosa or a Fusoya would be great right now, but barring that, we should be in decent shape. We're going to do our free checks here. We technically still have one free check left. I have avoided doing it because it's usually not worth it. Oh, that is disgusting and amazing. So Legend Sword is going to let us forge a weapon. Masamune is going to be a good weapon for Edge. That's going to replace one of those agility penalties with another high power weapon that gives him an agility boost and is higher power. Lower strength, so it actually has a chance of doing less damage, despite the fact that it has higher base power. I don't know the exact formulas for all of the stuff with that, but the basic idea is when you hit certain thresholds of strength, it gives you an extra attack. So each time a character attacks, it's actually making several attacks. And each of those rolls against accuracy, which is why the damage on axes is so variable. And then you roll damage. So if that 5 strength from the Murasame pushed him up to the next strength threshold, that would be better. Light is a really good weapon. So we'll take one. Piggy Sword is also a good weapon. So at this point, we're going to be able to do Piggy Sword. We're going to equip the light on him because what we're going to do is swap. And when you swap the Avenger in, it actually has a glitch to it that keeps the power from your old weapon. Actually, we should sell stuff quick while we're here. We don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that. I will keep that, keep that. We might need that still. We're going to use that very briefly here. Okay. And honestly, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm feeling like Forum is going to contribute more. We have a pretty easy grind to do. So I think I'm just gonna take that and run, especially with the getting the piggy sword and stuff. Hallam, Rydia. Forum. Yes, takes its equipment, just to be safe. We're gonna go Life Staff. Well, there's a slight problem, but it's only a slight problem. So the other shops underground are going to be pretty good. Let's pop over to this one first. Oops. So shops that are in gated areas are going to be weighted heavier. So the armor shop here is going to be better than the armor shop elsewhere, which means that we can do something like this. Specifically to make sure that we have equipment for Forum. We'll pop in here quick. I'm not super concerned about weapons right now because we're actually in really good shape there. That was exactly what we needed. So the Hourglass 2, I mentioned that to beat that King of the Monsters boss, if we had an Hourglass, it would be way easier. And that's what we just found. So I think what we're gonna do here is go fight a couple more of those dragon eggs quick. Go beat the boss. And then go explore somewhere. Got the tower key, so we can do the 2 tower bosses here. We need either the darkness crystal or the... Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, we don't have more sirens. So actually, that gives us another thing to do, which is perfect. You can steal sirens from trap chests on your way up this tower. So, perfect. This actually is perfect in several ways. We can steal a few sirens, and because we have Porum, her Cry ability has very few actual functions, but one of the actual functions to it is making Edge's steals more successful. We're in really good shape here. How many is that? 4? So yeah, this game does not have limits on steals. So you can just sit there in a fight like this and steal repeatedly from the same enemy until you get as many of an item as you want. The most useful things be in the randomizer, at least, being this and a few other very specific ones, which technically we can go get if we wanted to. At least one of the other ones, because getting some berserk from the potions would be nice. Okay, let's see if we can draft this guy, because we don't have a Thunderclaw, which is normally how you kill this. At least I don't think we do. Yeah. That should kill it. We'll take a Dragoon Shield. It's not great, but we'll take it. I mean, it's better than what we had. I'm gonna open a few treasure chests on the way. I'm not gonna go out of my way for them, but if we happen to find them, like there's a few good spots along the way. This is a very good area to be looting. We don't need a lot at this point, but if I happen to find a crystal sword, that just kind of cuts the end game in half. No pun intended. The crystal sword is very good. We're going to go up to the top first, because if we get what we're looking for in the top of the tower, we can skip the cutscene on the way down, because there are several cutscenes on that boss fight. Okay. This should be a pretty easy boss. Could be time consuming because this is a relatively high HP spot. But this boss is always free because it only does percentage based damage. Okay, so we're looking at about a 15,000 health. About 15,000 health on the CPU. We might need the Drain Spear, otherwise I would throw that here. That's a very good weapon to throw. Doing a quick double dip to get Cecil back up in range. We're intentionally not berserking because if we kill that other attacker orb, the boss is going to start attacking us for 9,999 damage one at a time. Probably won't kill everybody, but it basically resets the fight at that point. It cuts your momentum. Have her toss one directly on Kane while he's on the ground. That should do it. Okay. And Porum got a bunch of levels because she was, like Cecil had been earlier. She was uneven there. Spoon is not the item we're looking for. We don't even have an Edward. Where does that put us as far as key items go? Okay. So we are at the point now where we're getting double XP, which is nice. That will make the grind go a little faster, which is basically what we have left, except for, you know, that one boss fight, which I'm hoping will be easy. And finding the item, of course. This is about the worst thing we could find here. This is like cutscenes on cutscenes. So this is a very low hit point spot, but because we're stuck in this cutscene, this fight is going to take a long time. We have to wait for him to talk, we have to wait for him to kill all but 2 of our party members. And I think we're just going to attack here. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. It's not a high XP spot, so I'm not really worried. Now we get the other cutscene of him destroying the tower, and then we get to run. And on our way out, there's another cutscene as it goes across the bridge. Also, Yang is dead. That's what that cutscene is, right? Apparently this tower's like all shields all the time. Or, 2 shields and a spoon at least. Maybe they were using the shields as bowls. They're round like a heater shield. Maybe? Buckler? Right there. Okay, so we're gonna get one more key item from this. Baron key. That's not what we wanted. I guess at this point, let's just get our freebies while our characters are already hurt. We don't have any cabins, I just realized. So we will have to grab an inn or another way to rest. We don't have the pan, so we can't actually wake him up. But we can get a free check with his wife. Generally, wait and do the pan at the same time, so that you get all of those checks simultaneously. Which is 3 checks if summon was enabled, only 2 checks if this. I don't think... And I guess we'll see. There's a decent chance that this is going to be that same... it's going to be the pan. Vanilla. Yep. Because there are so few key items left. So now we can go back down, do the same thing. And get another check. And we'll get an item from the sylphs, which has a chance at being Excalibur or Crystal Sword, which would push Cecil up into the same damage range as Kane. So part of the logic here is that we're going to do this. We're going to heal people. We're going to wake people up, rather. Then we're going to do our level. Then we're going to heal. Zeus Gauntlet's good. I mean, it's not what we're looking for, but it is very good. I hate going back and forth like this over and over again, but they're free checks. It's going to be shorter than doing bosses regardless. Like, the other options we have left are Baron Castle and Dwarf Castle, both of which are several cutscenes and relatively hard bosses. Not really. Baron Castle's pretty easy, but you know what I mean. Sand Ruby. Meh. And I guess I could check and see if there's another Cecil hanging out. But I think we're honestly gonna be fine at this point. I'm not. This is the kind of party composition you don't have to have a ton of levels for the Zeromus fight. So that's part of why this is so annoying. Because we're like... I mean, yeah, it's gonna be faster if we just go get some levels quick. Where is that? Coffin, there we go. I'm gonna wait on using the apple until I see where everybody's hit points are at. This should one-shot it? Yeah. So Artemis arrows are strong against dragons. Artemis bow is strong against dragons. That's basically how this works. Like I said, I am intentionally saving that gold apple, which gives an extra 100 hit points to somebody, until I see where everybody's hit point totals are at after this grind. If Rosa is close, then we'll bump, but not quite where I want her, and I'll probably bump her. Otherwise, I will save it and bump Porum, so that Porum has a chance at surviving. The magic number when you're dealing with Zeromus is you want to be in the you want to be in the 1900 to 2000 range at least. If we can get Rosa there without the apple, then I can make Porum a little more survivable, because Porum's biggest problem is her lack of points. Not quite where I want to be yet on several levels. Okay, so now we're still not healing. Because we're going to go walk through this cave again, and walking through this cave means you're going to get hit a bunch. There we can kill the King of Monsters. Should be relatively easy. It's still going to be... like, those things can do a decent chunk of damage. The big trick is just going to be, once we stabilize, we're going to be... And then we can actually look at doing the life glitch, which I haven't really talked about. Life glitch is, as long as there are multiple regular enemies in a fight, you can use a life potion on one of them, and they effectively resurrect with 0 hit points and die again instantaneously. So you end up getting double XP from one of them. So one of the boss fights is an officer and 3 soldiers, and that is what we're gonna go fight. Now, the officer is worth significantly more XP than the soldiers. So if you kill the officer, or if you kill the soldiers first, then the officer tries to run away. otherwise... Okay, that's not even as bad as I was expecting. They're pretty much going to do nothing because we have them in a stun lock with that hourglass. Okay, should be getting close, maybe, hopefully. It has a ton of hit points. It's weighted very heavily towards that back row. There we go. And because we got that life potion off, we're now getting double XP from that particular enemy. The other soldiers don't matter quite as much. We'll see if we can get it. Forgot about that. I was very confused for a moment. So now that we're not worried about focusing on one, in Berserk, should have held edge there. And that'll at least get double XP on one of the soldiers. And then Cecil will finish this guy off. 91,000 experience, which gets us a couple more levels. Didn't get the spells I wanted. That's the one of the problems with Porum, in addition to her hit points. So this is gonna give us the 4 objectives complete. So now all we've got left are 2 castles, and whatever comes after that. I guess technically, do we have the Luca key? But we can do... Oh, we don't have a character with Incorporate. That's a problem. I mean, I guess the good news is, even if it is Warp, or even if it is the Luca key, we know that it can't be last check, because we don't need both items. We need one or the other. And the only things left are Darkness and Package. Let's see, so it'd be Darkness, Package, and... I guess let's just do this while we're here. It's Darkness, Package, and Pass. If I totally missed that I have the Pass, I'm just gonna be grumpy. I'm just saying. Oh. Oh. That's right. We can do that. Wizard. I never actually got around to equipping her. Whoops. And what is... Okay. So we're fine for right now, but Kane's agility is really high. I haven't really talked about agility much. Agility in this game is relative, and what that means is one of your characters compares their agility to the enemy, and the rest of the characters define their turn order and how often they get actions based on that comparison, basically, or their comparison to that. So in this case, with C Hero on, so in the original Final Fantasy IV, it's Cecil. All the characters' agility is relative to Cecil. In most Final Fantasy IV randomizer, it's based on your middle character. However, we're playing with C Hero mode, which turns Kain into the main character. That's why we started with them. Or whoever you start with is your character. And one of the factors of that is that character becomes agility angle. Agility becomes relative to that character. This is potentially bad. We should be okay, but... Hi, Yang. Bye, Yang. That's kind of what I was afraid of. That's right, this one's really low hit. I forgot about that. So we should be okay. And it should be weak to light, so Cecil should do enough. Okay. There's a edge. Forum didn't get a level from that. That's annoying. No, we don't. Ideally, we would be able to use the warp glitch here. The warp glitch is when you get to this point, as you're basically leaving this room, you use the warp spell, and it takes you back into the crystal chamber. Now, that cutscene right there, they technically used a different area for. So when you use warp, it takes you back to that area, and that area is awesome. Yes. That area is the basement of Lucas Cave, the sealed cave. So you can basically skip the entire sealed cave and just end up in the crystal room. Okay. So I was talking about agility. The big thing we want out of this is we need to get Kain's agility down to a certain number. Okay, the Piggy Sword does not give him... I think actually what we're going to do... Glass Helm's terrible right now. Do you have anything else there? No. So Curse Ring would be minus 15. Drain Spear is minus 10. That'll put him at 25. The Curse Ring would put him at 20. Oh, and we've got the Dwarf Axe. Put him at 30. So Drain Spear gives him minus 10, that's 25. He's at 35 right now. Don't have any other agility. I don't think we've got any other gear right now that adjusts his agility. Unfortunately, if we had a crystal ring or something, we could adjust it a little bit more. Oh, actually, I should real quick check. Yeah, 35. So I think 25 is better than 30. So I think we're going to leave him equipped that way. We're going to go Drain Spear, put him down to 25. And then we're gonna give him a headband. And a strength ring. Cecil, we're actually going to give the piggy sword to, because that's going to boost his power further. And then we're going to be in good shape there, good shape there. We have another staff? We don't. So the only thing we need to do is swap the Artemis bow out, because Artemis bow lowers her casting stats. Okay, then we want to do a little bit of rearranging here just to get stuff to the top. Let's get that gold apple, and yeah, I think we can actually. Forum's not even going to be close. So yeah, we're just gonna give it to Rosa, get her into a safer range. And then we're gonna grab Pass and the crystal. It's the only thing we really need. Wait, do we have a silk web? Yeah. Pass, crystal, silk webs. A couple other items that could be useful, but probably won't be necessary in the event. Okay, let's do this. So the ultimate goal with this is to complete the objectives, get the crystal, and get to Zeromus and beat him. You need the crystal to beat Zeromus, and you need a way to get to Zeromus, either the darkness crystal, which lets you go to the moon and walk through the lunar subterrane, or the pass, which takes you the back way. Pass is ideal, and I'm very glad we found that instead of the darkness crystal, because otherwise we'd still be walking. Just realized one other thing. Let's see if I'm... yeah. Let's turn our battle speed down. So that we can make sure we get our manipulations in right. Okay. So pretty much our strategy for this fight is slow Zeromus, berserk us, heal, attack. It is very straightforward. Forum's objective is going to be cast berserk on someone. Ideally, Forum's goal is going to be to take a nuke to the face. Okay, let's see who Zeromus is today. This is another thing that gets randomized. Sprite is randomized. Okay, that is Ultimatia? Yep. Perfect. I'm gonna trade the Drain Spear for the Piggy Sword. So now our goal is gonna just be to get... So Rosa's gonna do... or Rosa and /her Forum are gonna do a heal after this. So FF4 all. Berserk on Kain. And then once it gets back to Rosa's turn, Berserk on Edge. So this is one of my favorite, or this fight and the way we ended up having it set up is one of my favorite random little sequences. I've had it happen a couple times now where we ended up able to do this, and it's usually specifically when you get the Piggy Sword or another weapon that can be used by both Kain and Cecil. So what we did is we started off with the best weapon on Cecil. Cecil switches that weapon out for the Avenger. The Avenger is glitched so that it keeps the attack power of the previous weapon. Now this is probably going to kill Forum. We'll queue up the Tier 4 just in case she survives. She did not. She did her job. So at this point, we just need to make sure Rosa gets a heal. That's going to shut off. That's actually really unfortunate. That's going to shut off all of our Berserks, except Cecil, who is going to Berserk into infinity. Because he has the Avenger. But anyway, yeah, so basically, Cecil gets the attack power with the Piggy Sword, and then we switch Kain over to it, not glitched, which means that he now gets that same power level. And in the process of that, we drop the Drain Sword, or the Drain Spear. The Drain Spear has one of the best throw values in the game. Rosa might die here, and that might be a bad thing. She did not. I was gonna top her off with that Tier 3. And that potion should do the rest of it. Perfect. So yeah, basically we got to use all the things twice. We got to use the Piggy Sword twice, and we got to use the Drain Spear twice. That's annoying. Stop that. Spoon can throw for straight 9s, might as well. I realized that we were purposely dragging down Kain's speed, so he is not the ideal Berserk candidate. We should have done Edge that second time. Hey, we've got everybody back Berserked, unless there's another black hole. Shake means that we're up to the next, that her phase reset. There we go. Pretty clean Z fight. And that was under 2 hours, which is nice. I realize I purposely made an easy seed, but my goal with this was to get a seed under 2 hours, and I succeeded, so I am pretty happy with that. We still got a very late check. I feel like I just get unlucky with a lot of these, where I end up needing to go all the way to the end. But I also put off doing Dwarf Castle for longer than I maybe should have. And had a little bit of back and forth that I didn't need. Really? Right at the end, disconnect controller. The cord on the back of the controller is so bad. Or the cord's so bad, one or the other. So yeah. I will definitely be continuing to do more Final Fantasy IV free enterprise runs. At least sporadically. We'll probably do some more of those Baron's Journey ones, just because they're fun themed ones, but they're a little more challenging, and that means I need to be in a little bit different mood for them. As you're watching this, we're getting close to my streamiversary, YouTube-versary, which I am very excited about. It is largely arbitrary, but I have been very excited with the progression of my channel in the last year. So I'm really excited to talk about it. So 1:39 is the in-game time. We did have a few resets, so it's a little longer than that, but it's still under 2 hours. Or should be. Yeah. I'm really enjoying kind of going back to some of my old favorites, like Free Enterprise and Lufia. Part of the reason for that was kind of leading up to that anniversary. I in the past have done that as the anniversary, but I have something else in mind for that. So I think we will end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.